First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and great glory to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rachak Radash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and salutations to the elect pushing this truth to the four corners of the earth in truth and in sincerity. All right, in this particular video, I want to touch on what YouTube is doing on August 13th. All right, on August 13th, YouTube is updating. And if they suspect that you're under the age of 18, you will have to prove that you are 18 and over, right? By way of what? Uploading your ID, which gives YouTube where you live at and all of that, all right? What state you in. And they're saying they're doing this to protect the children, all right? That's bullshit. And everybody else is calling bullshit on it, all right? Because they have YouTube Kids, which is separated from certain content already, all right? YouTube Kids, I have children. And when you put YouTube Kids on, you cannot get to adult content or violent stuff or graphic shit, man. All right, so I call bullshit. And not just that, when you upload videos, you brothers know it, it says, is this for children or is it not? And you click no. So that does not bring your video to YouTube Kids. Because if you click yes, it will not be, how would you say, on the adult side of YouTube. It'll just be on YouTube Kids. All right. I experimented with that before, about a year ago. I put yes, and it just put it on YouTube Kids. I had to delete it and put it on and say, no, it's not for kids. And they put it on the adult side of YouTube. So I call bullshit, and everybody else is calling bullshit on it. All right. They're really attacking this word. All right. They're really attacking this truth. All right, they're making their move. And we've been warning you time and time and time, starting with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone on down to even affiliate camps like myself. All right, that the famine of the word is coming closer and closer and closer. There's going to be a day where the prophets is going to be off of the highways and byways. The prophets is going to be off the internet, man. You're not going to be able to get this truth. All right, so it's wise that you get this truth while you can, why it's available, because eventually it's going to be taken away. All right. Freedom of speech was only established so that this truth can get out, man. All right. So as you see them taking the freedom of speech away, this means what? The famine of the word is approaching. All right. And that is prophesied. All right. So, hey, we've been warning, famine of the word is coming, man. All right, spoken about in Amos 8 and 11, and I want to grab that. Let's grab that. All right, this is Amos 8 and 11, and we read, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh. And there is also going to be a famine of bread and water too. People going to be starving out here very soon. All right. So that's swiftly approaching as well. But this famine is going to be of hearing the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right. The people that's walking around doing whatever they want to do. YOLO spirit. You only live once. FOMO spirit. Fear of missing out. Leading a hedonistic lifestyle and an Epicurean lifestyle, which that just means they're chasing pleasures. All right. They whatever feels good, do it. Sleeping with the same sex, drugs, whatever feels good, do it. All right. Everybody who's doing these things, when all hell starts to break loose, they're going to want to figure out what the hell's going on. They're going to want to seek the truth, seek the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is not going to allow them to get this word, man. Why? Because they was, doing as thy wilt, like that Aleister Crowley spirit, man. All right. Chasing pleasures, chasing the bag, chasing the world. Instead of chasing Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, kissing the sun, at least he be angry. All right. They're not the ones who sighing and crying for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof, man. That's going to receive that mark, pursuant to Ezekiel 9 and 4. All right, continuing. And they shall wonder, who's the they? These 2/3, man. The ones who's out here just doing whatever, man. Chasing after their stomachs. trying to fill their belly, so to speak. Behold, it's like and they shall wander from sea to sea. Yeah. And from the north even to the east, they shall run to and fro to seek the word of Yahweh and shall not find it. You see, the Lord is going to take his word away, man. All right. And when the Lord takes his word away, judgment is coming. Right after that, man. Judgment is coming after that. And for you, Jake, out there, he's going to start in his house, man. He's going to start with Israel. So we're going to see a lot of bodies very soon, man. A lot of judgment, man. A lot of death very soon. All right. So get your mind right. All right. Let's get I think it's Ezekiel 6:25. Let's get Ezekiel. Let's get Ezekiel 3:26. All right. And the reason I'm grabbing this is because when the famine of the word sets in, you might have certain family members or people who knew what you was into, try to knock on your door, try to come seek you out. Hey, man, what's that y'all was talking about? All right. I know I've seen you over there, bro. I just wasn't ready. Try to convince you basically to give them the truth, man. All right. But it's the family of the word, and the Lord's going to put the spirit on you to not say anything to him. All right, this is Ezekiel 3:26, and we read, and I will make thy tongue cleave to the roof of thy mouth, that thou shalt be dumb. And you ain't going to be actually dumb. You just ain't going to say nothing. All right. And shall not be to them a reprover. You ain't going to tell them, well, this is the Sabbath. Don't eat this. All right. The mark of the beast is this. If they have Project Blue Beam, which, Esau has had something called Project Blue Beam where he's planning on faking an alien invasion. You ain't going to tell them about that. And don't bug out. That's not the Lord coming back. You ain't going to tell them anything. Why? For they are a rebellious house, right? They rebellious, man. And rebellion is what? As the sin of witchcraft. And what does it say about a witch? Shouldn't suffer a witch to live, man. Witches get put to death. You see? So, hey, when the family of the word sets in, that's it, man. The doors of repentance is closed. All right? And those who got the truth have the truth. Let's get Isaiah, I believe it's 24, start at 9. Isaiah 24:9, and we read, they shall not drink wine with a song. When you hear of wine and song, drinking and music, you think of partying. You think of everybody, they smiling, they dancing, party and bullshitting. All right. And this upcoming time, the Lord says what? They shall not drink wine with a song. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. The city of confusion is broken down. What is the city of confusion? America. Every house is shut up that no man may come in. There is a crying for wine in the streets, that crying for that wine. What is that wine? This truth. People gonna want to know what's going on, man. All right? They're gonna come try to seek you out, just like Amos 8:11 says, man. Travel to and fro from the north even to the east to seek the word of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, and they shall not find it, man. You see? Continuing. That no man may come in. There is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. The mirth of the land is going to be gone. There's going to be nobody talking about, well, where are you going for Thanksgiving? I'm going for the grandma house. She make a mean peach cobbler. What you dressing them kids up for Halloween? What you going to be for Halloween? Where you going for Christmas? What you getting the kids for Christmas? What you getting me for Christmas? Or where you going to watch the ball drop? My birthday coming up. This is my birthday week. What y'all getting me? Who taking me out? All right? Valentine's Day. All that shit gone, man. Ain't no more partying, bullshitting. And you enjoying yourself. Holidays coming up and y'all just getting together and all that shit. No, man. The Lord said what? They shall not drink wine with a song. It's going to be a crying for wine in the streets. People want to know what's going on, man. All right? This is the famine of the word setting in. And eventually, it's going to reach its climax, man. The prophet's going to be all for the highways and byways, man. And all for the internet. So it will be wise to do what? Once again, to get this word while you can. And not these other camps out here, I guess you PK, these entertaining Israelites, man. All right? These Israelites out here that's making merchandise of the people, selling rap CDs and shit. Deacon Sakari and Genesis. Don't go with Sakari. ISUPK, IUYC, HRY, SOT. All them alphabet camps, man. They ain't got the truth. Who has the truth is the apostles and elders of Great Millstone on down to us affiliate camps like myself. All right? And I learned off of the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. All right? That's who got the truth, man. All right? Because it's, in Matthew 25, it talks about the foolish virgins and the wise virgins. All right? So these other camps out here, they're trying to make a name for themselves. But when all hell breaks loose, they're going to try to come to the wise virgins, the elect. The foolish ones are the 2/3. They're going to want to come to the wise virgins and say, hey, give me of your oil. Huh? They're going to want to know what's going on too. They want you to take them under their wing. All right? And tell them what's going on. And you're going to tell them no. That oil represents what? This truth. All right? And the proper breakdowns of the scriptures. All right? They're going to want to know, can I take the market? They ain't going to know what the mark of the beast is or whatever. Or what if a child had got the mark or whatever? They're going to have all these questions. And guess what? The Lord's going to make our tongue cleave to the roof of our mouth, man. Whatever they ask, man. You can come up with 1,000 scenarios. We ain't going to say shit to them. And if we say something to them, we're going to say exactly what Matthew 25 says. Not so. Let it be not enough for me. Go and basically go and buy for yourself. If somebody, go try to find that shit out for yourself. Somebody teach you out there, then they teach you. But I ain't saying shit to you. I'm not teaching you. I'm not giving you none of this oil, man. You see? So back to this. August 13th, they're updating YouTube to make you verify, your age. And here's the thing. And here's the bullshit. When you really think about it, 17-year-olds, they're not little boys. They're grown-ass men. All right? They're not little boys. They're not teenagers. And you looking, in that sense that, these Americans look at them, So they're looking at the same thing you looking at. They're looking at basketball. They're looking at football. They're looking at women. They're looking at boxing matches and all that stuff. They're even looking up the truth as well. All right. You think 16, 17-year-old young men are not looking up the same things that we're looking up? You see? So that's broad what they're saying, man. So before you know it, they'll flag your channel and then make you upload that ID, which we ain't hiding anyway. So, it's whatever. But there's ways around that. So, to mitigate the situation, I'll suggest, you just have a YouTube channel that you do the truth with. As a matter of fact, Elder Amawanga Bar said the same thing, man. Have you a YouTube channel which you just upload, you do the work. It's for the work. Then have another channel where you watching boxing. You want to anime, watch anime. You want to watch, basketball, football, shit like that, then you do that over there on a whole nother channel. But have a channel for the work, man. All right? And eventually it's going to get worse and worse and worse. All right? And we're going to be taken off of the internet, man. And it's going to get worse, and we'll be taken off of the highways and byways as well, man. All right? We almost at the end of our labors, man. All right? So no further ado, let's hop inside of this video right here. Oh, and that's one thing I want to say. At the end, he's also going to say, and to combat misinformation. You see that? This update is also going to combat misinformation. They deem what we believe, this truth, as misinformation, because we believe that we are the Israelites. All right? That them small hats over there, they're going to take that as misinformation. All right? They take it as cyberbullying, hate speech, and all that other shit, anti-S. They take it as all of that. But it can also fall under that category of misinformation. You see? But they say it's all to protect the children, right? I call bullshit. Anyway.
So YouTube is now asking everybody to upload their driver's license to make sure that there's an age verification. Spotify is doing the same. Now, think about this for a second. They want you silenced. They just knock on your door. They don't even have to look you up. They already have all your information. They want to do it to protect the
and they've done that already across seas, man. Them black suits come knock on your door. Hey, what's that post that you had posted? Yeah, just this one right here. Pull a folder out, take a piece of paper out, got a screenshot of what you said. Hey, this right here, when you said that in the kingdom we're gonna have them in slavery. What do you mean by that? That seems kind of violent. All right, we think you're inciting, or how would you say, causing other people to go do shit, because they tried to say that before. However they spin it, and I'm just throwing things out, you know, but that happened across seas, you know. People will say, well, we're doing a protest, and people will come knock on that door, and they'll arrest you and take you to a military site, just disappear you. All right? So like he said, hey, they want you silenced. Before you know it, come knock on the door, ask you A, B, and C, and say, hey, can you come over here with us? And they'll take you by force. See that?
children. Like, share, and repost this as many times as you can. Share with your friends. This is ridiculous. It's in the Constitution. We have the freedom of speech. I understand that there's a child video problem. Get rid of it. You guys haven't gotten rid of it yet. When are you going to start getting rid of it? The whole internet's supposedly full of it if you just look for it. But you want my driver's license? Come on. This is out of control. This is like the book 1984. This is crazy. What are you guys thinking? How are we going to stop this?
Starting August 13th, people in the U.S. are going to have to submit their ID to watch YouTube. Mark my words, being anonymous online is coming to an end. In the near future, if you want to fully access the internet, you'll need to fully identify who you are behind the screen. It sounds dystopian now, but it's where we're headed.
Mark my words, we're about to watch our freedom of speech go down the drain. YouTube will now be asking you to upload your identification for age verification. So they're basically saying if the AI feels that you are younger than the appropriate age, they'll ask you to upload your identification. And they're going to do the same thing with Spotify, but then it's going to start to roll over to other apps. Right now in other countries, they're doing the same exact thing. But this is where it gets wicked, right? See, we've learned that when they tell you one thing, they're planning something else behind it. And imagine this.
That's right. When they do one thing, they're planning something else. They really want to silence you, period, man. Because of this truth is getting out here, man. See that?
You upload your identification. There's a breach. Well, at least they say there's a breach. And they try to put it off on data hackers. Because that's what they will say, but that will be a lie. They will basically be monitoring everything that you do on these apps, on these platforms. And if you say the wrong thing, they'll silence you. Think about how China is on a point system. If you do the wrong thing, you might not even be able to spend your own money. And that shit gets deep in itself. Because you might voice your opinion on a topic on social media, and they might feel it's wrong. And this rabbit hole gets very, very deep. Think about this. YouTube is one of the biggest search engines on the planet right now. Think about what they can do if they have your actual identification, face, place, everything. See, that's going over a lot of people's heads. It's going to cause a lot of problems. Mind you, YouTube has been here forever. Why would they start asking for identification now? This is bigger than children just getting on the internet. The voice you have could cause a lot of problems once they have access to all of that information. Trust me. Or don't. Will you need ID to watch YouTube? Yes, even in the U.S., starting on August 13th, 2025. If AI
might have to provide an ID for full access. In a move that mirrors the ID verification laws that have recently taken effect in the UK and EU countries, YouTube has announced that it will use AI to determine whether a viewer is 18 or older, purportedly based upon their viewing habits. If the AI works as advertised, then adult users won't even know that it's there, purportedly. But if the algorithm gets it wrong, users will have YouTube's nanny controls activated automatically, resulting in restrictions.
Once again, that's bullshit. 16 and 17-year-olds, they look at the same thing that what they would deem adults look at. They watch sports too. All right? They watch similar things. So basically, it's to me, and I'm just saying this is neither here nor there. I believe they're gonna just hit everybody with that, man.
What they can
Which, that's, the fame of the word is going to come to pass. So, yeah.
watch. Misidentified users then have the option to provide proof of their age by way of supplying a valid credit card or government-issued ID. Supporters claim this will help shield children from harmful content and fight so-called misinformation. But privacy advocates note that the duty to protect our children from online threats rests with the parents and not big business. They've labeled these plans as a Trojan horse designed to usher in social credit scoring and license for the internet schemes to limit free speech.
Well, there you go. I hope it was edifying. Hope you could take something from this. And with that, I'm going to say shalom.